Today I'm gonna quickly go through how to set up Hammer and begin mapping for Strata Source, specifically for Momentum Mod. To begin, you will have to get access. You should go to the Momentum Mod website. Somewhere around here, it'll allow you to join the playtest, and then it'll add it to your Steam, and then you'll find it in your library. Once it's in your library, you can go ahead and play it real quick. We need to go to Manage and browse the local files. In the local files, in bin Win64, we will find Hammer right here, and you can simply just open it up. It's pretty straightforward, and Hammer will initialize. It'll take a tiny amount of time, but once that happens, you're good. You can close all this stuff. It's not necessary anymore. And to begin, simply just hit new. I'm just gonna make a simple map here, nothing too crazy. This is the center right here. We can go ahead and start by making a little cube. Holy crap, making a little platform here. You can use the square brackets on your keyboard to change the size of the grid. To move around in these little windows, it's middle mouse button. You hold down middle mouse button, scroll wheel to zoom in and out. For this 3D viewport right here, same thing, middle mouse, WASD to move around. You can hold shift and middle mouse to pan around like this, but holding down middle mouse and WASD is how you move around like this. Anyways, basically, we haven't created the brush yet. These are the tools. This is the block tool we were just in. This creates blocks just like that. You can either just click here, you can use these and read what they are. You can see that's the block tool. This is the selection tool. Or you can use the shortcuts Shift B, Shift S. We can go to this browse right here to try and find the material we want. We can start with something simple. Let's go reflectivity 30. That's like the default base dev texture, and we can select our brush and Shift T to apply the material. Let's get in player start here. So Shift E is how you go to the entity tool, and that is just right here. Once you are in the entity tool, you just select anywhere, and that will create this basic entity. And you can double click, or you can press Alt Enter to go into this object properties. And here we can go Info Player Start and apply, and this will create a simple player start. And if we want to position this player a little bit better, we can go here and fix its positioning. Alright, that's perfect. Now we have a basic little platform, and we have a player. Let's go ahead and get a basic, let's just create another mesh, or brush. Create another brush, and just create it like this, I guess. Just a little pillar, because we want to see shadows, and I'll get to how to set up a simple sun. And we can go ahead and click Shift S again. Remember, Shift B for block, Shift S for selection. We can go here, this is the side view, and go ahead and position this wherever we want. I think there's good on the front. Let's go ahead and position it right here so that we have kind of something like this. And that's one thing about Strata Source and Source 1 in general. There is no real-time light preview in the editor. So the only way to really know what your light's gonna look like is to bake the map. Now, Hammer++ is supported for Strata Source. I tried to set it up, going the CSGO route. That didn't work. I tried Gary's mod. That also didn't work. I'd recommend you just use the regular. If you have a modern computer, it shouldn't be that bad anyway. So, and you know, if you have experience with this stuff, it's easier to know what the lighting's gonna look like ultimately. So, it's not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and create a sun real quick. Shift E. Let's place this down here. Shift S back into selection mode. Alt Enter. To begin, to get a sun into our scene, let's go ahead and do light environment and apply. This will create a simple sun in our scene, and we have this weird looking sun there that I'm not too fond of, but I guess it's alright. Here we can go ahead and just move it up somewhere so it's not just centered like that. And now as you can see, it's pointing out this way. To rotate this, let's go into one of our views here, preferably the side view. At least for now, we'll go into the top view in a second, and click it. And as you click it, it just changes the type of transformation you're doing. So it'll start out like this. This is regular position and sizing. You can see if I select this allows me to rotate that. Control Z to get out of that, and just back here, I don't know what this does. I think it's the same thing. Anyways, then back here is it's regular scaling. So let's go here, select this. Now we can rotate this. So let's go ahead. We can see our players here. We probably want a shadow coming out here. So we'll go ahead and rotate this kind of this way, and you can see there's an arrow pointing down this way. So this is good. We can go ahead and do a little bit more. Now let's go to the top. It's a little ugly if the shadow is just going straight out this way. So let's go ahead and rotate it a bit this way. So once we bake, the shadow will go out kind of this way. We probably also want some form of real-time shadow as well. So I'm not 100% certain on this. Let's create another entity. There's a cascades environment and cascade light. And this is pretty much just something that goes along with the light environment. It allows for real-time shadows to be rendered in your scene, I think. Alright, and it doesn't matter the position because ultimately it's we have use light environment's angles set to yes, and we have a light environment, so just use this angle, it's all gonna work out. So we're almost there. We probably want to set up a cube map though, so something amazing. So if you've ever used Source 2 has parallax corrected cube maps, and that's a pretty big deal because it changes how a scene feels a lot. And Source 1 doesn't have this. However, Strata Source does. So let's go ahead and go Shift E, select here, Shift S back to selection, and Alt Enter, and let's just do cube map. And we will find an end cube map right here. Apply. Perfect. That's just a generic, regular cube map. And you can stop there if you want, but if we want to go one step above, we should set up a parallax corrected cube map. So to do this, let's set it here. This is going to be the capture point. So we want to have it ideally at player head height so that it looks correct, because if you offset it too weirdly, it's going to look weird, and you want to have this cube map positioned normally in the middle of your room. It's complicated, and it's not something that will be covered deeply in this tutorial. Now let's set up the bounding box. So Shift B, and we can go ahead and go to this top here and just go ahead and create a little box, kind of like this. Shift S back into selection mode and move this down. Let's go ahead and move this up a hair and move this there so it's at the top. Let's go ahead and browse and search up Tools Trigger, as that is the most ideal texture. Go ahead and find the trigger, make sure that's selected, and Shift T. And just like that, we have it applied. And let's go ahead and scale it to as high as we want. Maybe like this. Make sure you're in selection mode, make sure this bounding box is selected, and select Control T. This will change a bunch of stuff. Anyways, we can go here and select OBB, Parallax OBB, and just, let's create a quick name for it. Let's apply first of all, and then create a name for it. Let's name it Bounding Box. Okay. Now, let's go back to this cube map, select it, Alt Enter, and now cube map bounds. This is what will turn it from a regular cube map to a parallax corrected cube map. And let's just select this drop down and select bounding box, which was the bounding box we created, and click apply. And cube map size, let's go ahead and change this. Go ahead and click apply. We can X out of this. Now, the one last thing we need to set up is a skybox. Now, this is extremely important. This is something that you cannot forget if you're making stuff. There cannot be leaks. Nothing can leak out into the void. If that happens, you're cooked, pretty much. So we don't want that to happen. So go ahead and click browse here and search up Tools, Skybox, and just choose this one right here. And let's go ahead and just create a basic box around our scene. So I'm going to start right here. You can see it created this. Enter. Now that's too short, so let's go ahead and Shift S and fix this. Starting with the side view, let's go down all the way to the floor here and all the way to the top here. Let's just go ahead and stop there. Let's continue. We have to make sure this is entirely sealed. There cannot be empty spaces. And another thing is, make sure you're working with everything snapped to the grid. That's another important thing, because if you don't, you're really going to regret it afterwards. So let's go ahead and finish up this little skybox by just creating more here. You can see it, save that, enter. Let's go around here to look. Another one. You can see I messed that up size-wise. Let's fix that, enter. Let's go ahead and go here. Size this up. Make sure it's the right size. Oh, it's a bit too big. Enter. Perfect. And now this top still isn't sealed, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Just like this. Let's create some to the side. Enter. Now, you can see I clearly didn't size that quite right. We can go ahead and Shift S. Select this, and then now onto here on the side. you can see it's way too large. This is just going to be a roof. So let's go ahead and fix that by shortening it, move it up a bit, and move it to the side here. So it's over this. And you can see it's too short. Easy. Let's just go ahead and quickly scale this to fix it. Perfect! Now our map is sealed. So now we got pretty much everything. We got a sun, we got a player start, we got a basic floor, we got a skybox, we got a cube map. Now it's time to bake the map. So let's save the map first. Save as, and ideally you go here to your wherever you downloaded it. Steam Apps Common. Find Momentum Mod Playtest. At least that's what it is right now. It's still early. That will change. Right here in Hammer, select that, and then Maps. This is where you should save all of your maps, I think. At least that's where I'm saving them. And I already did a little test map. We can name this map whatever we want. Let's just name it our first map. And save that. Perfect. Now let's bake the map. So the first thing you should do is load up Steam and make sure you're playing Momentum Mod, because that's how you're going to load up the map. So just go ahead and click play to launch it. We can close this. And let's move it over. And make sure it's open up. Alright, that's good. We can stop there for a second. We have to bake the map first. So, here's the map. Make sure it's saved. Let's hit F9. Normally, it's just set at dev, but you could also just do final. That'll do it. And click OK. And that will run this little window right here that will bake the map. And that baked exceedingly fast. So, just go ahead and click enter. We can save this. And now, inside Momentum Mod, go ahead and click tilde to open the console. That's a little squiggly thing in the top left of your keyboard. You'll know it when you see it. Go ahead and type map and whatever you named your map. So we named it our first. There we go. It found it just like that. Go ahead and click enter. Alright, we have a shadow exactly how I wanted it. And we have this little pillar. It's not perfect. There's a lot more that can be done. But we have a basic map set up and you can walk around in it and it works. That's the first part. One thing we haven't done yet is build the cube maps. This is one thing you cannot forget. Go ahead and go to the console again with tilde, however you say it, and build cube maps. You can select tab, enter, and that will build your cube map and reload the map. And just like that, we have cube maps built. And you probably can't tell that anything changed because we don't have anything truly reflective in our scene. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. As I learn more about the engine, I will be sure to make some more videos on Strata Source and Momentum Mod. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.